Hi everybody. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of editing. I don't know if this works in vertical mode, so I'm just going to have a little try now and see if I can get it to work. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if I can open up my program. We're going to do some editing of shorts today, so I'm going to show you how I edit my my reels and my shorts. Let's say you've already made your long video. But now you want to be able to create your shorter video. So that's what we're going to do today. So let me just see if this works. I've got absolutely no idea, being honest. System audio. Let's open this. Is it going to recognize it? I'm trying to see if I can get it to work. Every time I go live, something goes wrong. So, there you go. CapCut. That's what, right. We're going to be using CapCut in this short. Now, as I said before, I don't know how well this is going to show up on the short screen. But we're going to dive into it anyway and see how it goes. Okay. So basically, you've got your screen open at the bottom, as you can see down here, right? And you've got your import section over here, and then you've got your timeline. This is what we call your timeline. So let's just get back in here. Now, what I need to do first is I need to get the video that I made yesterday. Now, for some reason, I saved it in the totally incorrect folder yesterday. I think I dropped it into my weddings folder. I did. There it is. So I'm going to drop the long video in that I made yesterday. All right. Now, if I wanted to crop this into small sections, the way I would do it is typically just take your long video and press the aspect ratio here and change that to 19:6. Now, obviously, that's going to create this kind of look where it's spread across. Now, the only thing that I've done on this video, which I wish I hadn't have done, is I have got this part here with all the text on. So now when I go to expand that look, obviously I've got that little bit of text overriding here. Now, that is a bit of a pain in the butt because I don't really want that there because I want my text to go over there for my speaking. But it is what it is on this particular video. But basically, that's how you would do it. You just basically resize it. Or you could keep it like that, and you could have something go at the top and the bottom. So you could have something go behind it. And if you wanted to do that, it's really, really simple. So basically, all you would have to do is, hi guys, to anybody that's watching. All we would have to do is drop something behind it. So you take a piece of footage, let's say, you want, if we go up here, actually, if you go to media, you'll see it's got some AI media, it's got some spaces, it's got all kinds of different things that we can put there. We've got a library, we could change the background to white, we could have a so basically you would just drop this here, look, you drop it underneath, pull that above it, and then you would drag this out like that, so you got a solid color behind it. So if you wanted, if you wanted to do it that way, that is one way that you could sort of keep it like that. Now, if you wanted to, and you wanted to keep it in this format, then you could use these top spaces for some text, which is potentially quite useful. And I have done that before, and surprisingly, those shorts have done better than the ones where I've stretched it out to the full size. So now we've kind of just changed the format of that, and we've got that how we want it. The next thing we want to do with any of these sort of short videos, because some people might watch them on silent, is to add some text. So simply, all we're going to do is pick out the section that we want first. So let's say we want to make like a 30-second video. I'm just going to play it through
to help you get started.
The first thing I say is, don't go rushing out to buy the most expensive camera you can find, because, and then what you want to do is you want to just go over here somewhere where I finished talking about that particular section, and I know where it is because I changed to the car, because there's a lot you can do with it, and you really don't need to be spending money, especially when you're first starting out. Okay, so I know I want to stop it there, so I'm going to press Command B, and I'm going to delete the rest. I don't need any more of that. We're only making a little short here. Right, so now
So if you're thinking of starting a YouTube,
you've got that section there, right? That's nice and simple. So the next bit we're going to do is I'm going to add some text. I want the auto captions. So if you just come to the beginning of your video and you hit captions up here at the top, you've got a button up here called templates as well. So you can select from loads of these templates. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with something pretty simple, something easy to follow. I don't want it to be too complicated. Let's find something that I do like though. I don't know why I always quite like yellow. I always use yellow as a color for my texts. That's kind of cool. That could work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add that, and we're just going to click that, and then we're going to click generate captions. And then once you've got the captions going, it's going to scan through your video, and then it's automatically going to place some captions over it. So, hi guys, to anybody that's watching this morning, say hello in the chat. Don't be shy. I'm just jumping on here, making little videos, trying to help a few people. I've got some friends who have said that these videos are quite useful. Hi, Green Guy. How are you this morning? I've got a few friends that have said that these videos help them, so I've just started making more of them. But I quite like going live and doing them just because, yeah, it's just more realistic. You get to see the mistakes. You get to see it's night where you are. Where exactly are you then? Where in the world are you, Green Guy? Don't say Greenland. Is it Greenland? Is Green Guy in Greenland? Or it's either that or you're on the other side of the world. I was just about to say Australia, New Zealand. I've got family in New Zealand. Nice. I'm sure your weather is better than it is here right now because it's very wet, rainy, very autumny at the moment. So anyway, let's get back to doing this. So now, hopefully, the text should have appeared now. So let's just have a look. So if we click on here, I don't know what I've done to my screen here. I've made it all go down.
So if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, or maybe you're just getting into video for the first time, here's a few things for you to think about to help you get started. The first thing I'll say,
and then what you want to do is just check through the video just to make sure that it hasn't made any spelling mistakes. So we just do that first, and I'll show you how you change the spelling if you need to.
Don't go rushing out to buy the most expensive camera you can find, because I started out about 10 years ago.
Sometimes sometimes CapCut has a little bit of difficulty understanding my accent.
Making music videos, and I started making those music videos on an old crappy Samsung phone, and I learned many of the principles that it takes to make videos through using that phone. And phones have got a whole lot better in the last 10 years, so I would start out maybe thinking about using your mobile phone.
It looks like it's got a spot on.
You don't want to go out and shell out on a camera, because there's a lot you can do with it, and you really don't need to be spending money, especially when you're first starting out.
The only thing I would say about this text that I would change, right? But let me just show you how you would do it, just if there was a mistake. If you double click on any piece of text through a section here, it comes up here, and you just go in there and you just change it. It's simple. It's that easy. You can change your font, everything, but I quite like that. I quite like the way that is. So I'm going to leave it alone. So that's all good. I'm happy with all of that. Hopefully this is making sense on the live stream for you guys. Oh, you got to go for taxis. Adios. Okay, yeah. See you later. Have fun, my friend. Thanks for watching. So once we've got the text going, and you know that it's all spelled correctly and everything else, the only thing I might also want to put on here, if people are watching this in silent mode, is we might want to go up and just go to text, and then I'm going to go to text templates, and I'm just going to find something here at the top, something that I can put in to sort of say new to video, watch the long video, or something to that effect. We can I want to find something that looks kind of trendy but not too. we can. I don't want to go with that because I've already used that in the video. Let me have a look what we got down here. We could use that. Some of these are a little bit cheesy. Some of these. Okay, so this one's kind of cool. This stands out. So we're going to go across the top here. But this time, this text, we're going to move up here because I want that at the top. The only thing to be aware of is at the top of YouTube and at the bottom of YouTube, where you text.
Starting a YouTube channel.
There's obviously bars and stuff at the bottom. So you want to just make it a touch smaller and bring it up just a little bit if you're going to make them like this. Honestly, I've just noticed that sometimes, you know, like where you've got the YouTube subscribe buttons and like things down the bottom and comments and that, it can sometimes get in the way of your text. So if you want to change this, all you do again is you just double tap it. You just put getting started in video. And then, I don't know, like a question mark or something. We're going to put that there. Do you know what? That doesn't really stand out very well, does it? Let's maybe look at some different colors. Let's go with black. Black stands out. And again, you can change the font. You can do what you want with the font. I'm going to leave it as it is though, because it looks kind of cool. Unless there's something else that stands out even more. A Slaboff. Let's change it back. Right. Anyway, we're going to drag that all the way across to the end of the video. So we're going to leave that at the top. So that's going to be like a mainstay.
So if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, or maybe you're just getting into video for the first time, here's a few things for you to think about to help you get started. The first thing I'll say is...
So anyway, I'm happy with that now. Let me just get to the end.
Spending money, especially when you're first starting out.
I don't want that where it slips to the end. So we're just going to now cut this back to here, to here, to here. Right.
You're first starting out.
That's it now. That's cut. That stops exactly where I want it to stop. And then all you do then is you hit export. We'll call this intro to video. And then I'm going to put it in the correct folder this time. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put it in my YouTube channel folder and click OK. I'm going to export it in 4K. That's what I shot the video at. Wouldn't make that much of a difference though if I dropped it down to 2K, because obviously the size is already pretty low. Bit rate, you can obviously have it higher or lower for better quality, but for shorts really is no need. So I'm just going to click export. And that's that. That's the first one done. So that's our first short complete. Happy with that. And it is already rendered and gone out. So if we go to that folder now, if we go to your YouTube channel, and then I look for, where is it? Is it there? Did it export? Let's just have another look. We'll call it intro to video, 4K, and we're going to export. Oh, it already exists apparently. I didn't see it in the folder. Did you see it in the folder? I certainly didn't. But that's how you make. That's how I made my. This is how I make my shorts, and I prefer doing it this way to doing it via the YouTube's built-in remix tool. Just because I've got a little bit more control over it, and you can do all these things in there. But if I'm already in the editing software making the long video, which is what I would normally do, I would then turn this straight into a short video anyway. And then obviously you can use these to help push towards your longer videos. And that's a good way to use shorts. Now, I've not really been paying my channel that much attention over the last sort of 6 to 12 months because I've been working with another company helping them build their YouTube channel. There we go. Look, there's the video, and this is what it looks like when it's finished. So there you go.
So if you think of starting a YouTube channel, or maybe you're just getting into video for the first time, here's a few things for you to think about to help you get started.
So that's my little short. That's bullet point 1. That's where I talk about, obviously, cameras not being the most important thing, because it's not. One of the most important things you can possibly do is actually make videos that you want to make and just get better and keep refining them. So, but yeah, I was growing this other channel for ages. I'm not working with them any longer. So obviously their growth is now going to stump. But let's go back to media now, because I now want to make another video. But what I want to do is I want to bring that above there again. Okay. And this time, now we're going to make another one, but this time I'm going to go from where this one left off. So let's find where it left off. Here we go. If you just tap right on the button, we get to here, and then I'll cut. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I want to cut there on the white line. We're going to get rid of this bit. Now we're going to drag that all the way back. Okay, so now we've got.
So the first thing you need to think about, regardless of the detail.
So now we want to change this text to something else now. So I might want to say something like, what's more important? Oh, that's too big. So we can go, what's more important than your camera? There's a lot of things that are more important than your camera, guys. So like if you're getting into video, it's something that you're learning how to do. I've got expensive cameras. My main camera that I use for YouTube is my Sony A7 III. However, I have just bought a cheaper camera, although it's still quite pricey. I have bought the Sony ZV-E 10 Mark II, which is a smaller APS-C sensor camera. Now that camera is still £1,000, and I can still put all my other lenses on there, and it isn't as good as this one. However, it is very good, and it's just more flexible and easier to use for vlogging and that sort of stuff. And I'm going to be using it today. I've got 2 shoots today. Really excited about. The one is for a carpenter. He's making these really cool things, and we're going to go and do a video shoot for him later today. So I'll take you on that journey too. I'm going to put some light on. I've just realised it seems to be extremely dark in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can turn this light on, see how that looks. Whew, I can now just see little circles. So here we go. Right, okay. What we're going to do next then is we're going to start editing this next little video. So here we go. So let's go from the beginning.
So the first thing you need to think about, regardless of the camera that you're using, is learning about things like composition. So
what we want to do again, like we did with the last video, is we want to find where we go to the next frame. What I tend to do is I tend to move to a different location when I start talking about a different point, just to try and keep it somewhat more interesting for the viewer. So this one's going to be a little bit shorter than the last one. So we just need to drag this back. I'm going to drag it all the way back to here. And then we're going to drag this one all the way back as well. Okay. Now we're going to do the same as we did before. I swear to God, I'm so blind. Cannot see. I need to find the same one that I used last time. I should have saved it as a preset, but I didn't, did I? Like an absolute plonker. And I like that one as well. Which one was it? We're not going to find it now, are we? We're not going to find it. Let's go new. Was it in new? I feel like it might have been in new. Nah, it wasn't that. Oh, I've buggered it, ain't I? I have buggered it. I really wanted to use that one as well. It's got to be in one of these. I'm pretty sure it was in trending. No? Am I being completely thick here? What have I done wrong, guys? Someone point out to me what I've done wrong. This is it. This is the one. How do I make that a favorite? How do I favorite this thing? Anyway, right. So what's it called? Does it have a name? No, it doesn't have a name. I'm not even sure that is the same one, actually. I think it's very similar, but it's not the same font. That's the one. That's the one we used. Okay, so we're going to click that one. And then we're going to click Generate Captions. how are we doing today, guys? If you're watching and getting anything out of this video, please just hit the like button. Help me out. I'm just trying to get this channel going, trying to get it moving a little bit. But yeah, it's quite difficult to do, isn't it? Growing a YouTube channel. Now, the last YouTube channel I was working on was for a construction company, and I actually managed to grow their channel pretty fast. But yeah, one of them. So let's go in here. Let's have a look ski at what we're doing. So again, same as before, I'm just going to make this a touch smaller, and I'm just going to bring it up just a touch up here, just so that all of YouTube's tabs at the bottom don't get in the way of the video. And then we're going to want to have all of this start from the beginning. And let's go from the top and see how that now looks.
So the first thing you need to think about, regardless of the camera that you're using, is learning about things like composition.
This is a little bit distracting at the top. I feel like it's too big. There's too much there. So I'm just going to make it a touch smaller.
Thirds, lighting, where's the light coming from? Is it on the subject? Is it behind the subject? All those things are going to matter a whole lot more than the actual camera that you are using. So do some research on those topics first.
Okay, I'm happy with that. That's another little short done. So that's 2 that we've done. We literally just hit export again, and we'll just call it this one, composition and things to think about. And then we'll just hit export. Export's super fast on this computer. So just check that it is there. Yeah, there it is, look. Okay, so that's another one we've done. Now we are gonna do we're gonna do one more. Why not? So let's just do another one quick. So we're gonna go into here, and we're gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna get rid of all of the captions. Go back to our media. We're gonna drop this back in again. This time now we've got to find the 3rd section, which is about here, right? This is a short that I think will probably do better than the others. Some will obviously always do better. So that at the top there needs to be fastest way to ruin a video. Okay. Yeah, so the fastest way to run a video is what we're going to put in there. And then so if we go all the way over to here now, once we've finished this bit, right, we're going to nudge back. There we go. We're gonna oh, come on. Make sure you click on it. We're going to cut that there. This is going to get dragged out. So this one's a bit longer than a minute, but that doesn't matter. That's okay. And we're going to drag all the way out to here. I want them all to snap together. Why aren't they all snapping together? They should be all exactly the same length. There you go. And then we're just going to come back up here again to captions. And that's the one that we've been using. So we're going to click that one. We're going to click generate captions again. And then obviously it's going to generate them. So here we go. Hi to anybody that is watching. Hope you have a great day. Today I'm going to be actually, after I finished editing these, we're going to go off and shoot a little commercial video for a carpenter who makes some really cool products. So we're going to go off and do that in a bit. But yeah. I don't know how or if it's possible. No, I don't know. I was about to try and change something, but I don't know what I'm messing with, so I'm going to leave it alone. What do we do next? So let's have a look now, see if this is done.
So the fastest way you can ruin it.
Again, same as the other two videos. We're just going to make it a touch smaller, and we're just going to drag it up here a little bit.
Video has got nothing to do with the camera at all. It's actually to do with the audio. So looking at a microphone could be the biggest investment that you make.
Also, another reason why we do that is if you share these to TikTok, when you have the videos sort of like the like and all the comments and everything that come across the bottom of the screen here, then you don't have to worry then about it overlaying over the top of your text.
They're not very expensive. You can buy ones like the one I'm using now, which is like £30 to £60 depending on where you're buying from. And these are really great. They just go on top of your camera. And if you're using your phone, that's fine. You can use the camera microphone that's built into the phone. However, just think about your settings a little bit. Always try and get somewhere a little bit more quiet. And if it's really, really windy, just be aware that you're going to get a lot of wind noise coming into the mic. If you think about those things strategically when you're filming, you shouldn't really have much of a problem. But if you are using a camera, do go out and buy a microphone.
There you go.
Inbuilt microphones and cameras are pretty terrible, so that would be my number one piece of advice.
Just making sure that all the text is correct.
A lot of people are listening to videos with headphones in, so if the audio quality is really bad, they're going to give up watching that video way faster than they would if the quality was just slightly off on the video. So that is my number one piece of advice. Think about audio.
That's all perfect.
100% of the time.
Okay, yeah. So there you go. What we're going to do now is we're just going to come over here. We're going to hit export. We're just going to call this short audio. Hit export, and boom, we've made 3 shorts now in the space of just a few minutes. This is the fastest way, I think, to make these shorts. Now, there are other pieces of software that you can use that are really great, but I don't know. I just find this way of doing it just a little bit better. But yeah, that's it really, guys. I just thought I'd jump on here and show you a little bit about what I'm doing at the moment and how I edit those. I think if that helps you, then fantastic. Hopefully you've learned something, and maybe, or you've learned a different way of doing something. I'm just going to airdrop all of those to my phone now, and then obviously get them all smashed up onto YouTube. Just going to do a couple more, but I'm not going to bore you to death. You don't need to see any more. You can watch this video back if you wish. But thank you very much for anyone that did join me, and I will be back again soon with more. Thank you.